too. So we're going to check our heart rate first. Everybody can put their finger on their artery. And I'm going to count down from 3. When I say go, start counting the number of beats with 0. I'll wait till you find it, Dad. You found it?
No.
Okay. All right.
I'll do it this way.
Okay. Hold on. Buddy's coming in right now, so we'll actually wait for him. If you got a pulse oximeter or like a heart rate monitor, that works.
Hello.
All right. So heart rate first. While you're there, you can actually check heart rate variability before we do the heart rate. So let's see and feel whether or not we feel variability within the heartbeat. If it sounds like a metronome, if it's more consistent, then you have low variability. If there's sort of randomness within the heartbeat itself, then you're going to have higher variability. And that randomness is like you can't gauge when the next beat is going to happen. Today, buddy, we're going to be doing this standing meditation. So you can sit to start, but we'll move to standing. Okay. I'm going to count down from 3. When I say 3, 2, 1, go, start counting with the number 0. In 3, 2, 1, go. And stop. Take that number, multiply it by 4. Next, we're going to check our nostrils. So we're going to just gently place one thumb underneath the nostril. Make sure you don't push into the nose because it's disrupting the cranial nerves and how you're breathing. And then gauge on a scale of 0 to 100 how well are you breathing out of that side. And then once everybody's hand is down, we'll check the Bolt score. And if anybody needs a refresher on that, let me know. If not, we'll get started. So the Bolt score. We take a passive inhale, passive exhale. To relaxation, don't force any air out. Pinch and hold your nose. You're waiting for the first definitive sign that you're holding your breath. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. When you feel the urge to breathe is when you let go. Never past that. So if I pinch and hold my nose and then I release it and I go like this and I take a big breath, I've gone too far. You just want to find out where that first sign is. And I'll count down from 5. They'll say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Or exhale, pinch and hold. Everybody pinch and hold their nose, and I'll let you know your time. Of course, somebody's mowing their lawn in the background. Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, pinch and hold. 8 seconds. Lightly while you wait. 17, Kyle. 27, buddy. And 29 and a half, Hondu. Awesome. All right, guys, we're going to start with a little mind meditation to begin. You can stand now if you'd like to. Most of this practice is going to be done with the eyes closed. However, if you feel like you have vertigo at any point, you need to open your eyes, or if you feel a little woozy or you just need more stability, you can open your eyes. Try and keep them level with the ground if possible. So if you have something on the wall that you can look at, or something, even just a point, you have something that makes you smile, even better. So if you have a sticky note and you want to do a little smiley face on the wall, that works too.
So, are eyes open or closed?
So if you want to open your eyes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, just make sure they're level with the ground. So stick in between the teeth to start. Okay. We're going to start to get into the mind first before we get into the body. So I want everyone to close their eyes and imagine a being of light. And that being of light is you. And it can be any version of you, past, present, or future. can be the kid version, it can be the teenager, the young adult, the elderly. Whichever version comes to you right away is that version. And imagine that being is filled with light. Now, imagine that being in you are that being, in an empty room. And in front of you is what's called your energy conversion box. And this box can be whatever comes to mind first. It can be a wooden box, it can be a metal box, it can be a chest, it can be whatever fits your character. And walk over to that box and lift up the heavy lid and place it to the side. You can do this in your mind, you can also act it out. You're more than welcome to. Now, in this box, I want you guys to start to put each and every one of your worries, your anxieties, your concerns, your troubles, any aspect of the week, the month, the year that has been filling your mind. And I'm just going to wait while you do that. I'm going to give you guys about 2 minutes or so. Let yourself fully grasp the idea, the concept, the thought before you let it go. And let me know if you guys can hear the binaural beat. As soon as you start to empty the mind, it becomes a little clear, and new thoughts start to come in a little bit quicker. So continue to empty, and when you're finished, in your mind, lift the heavy lid, close it, and turn away. Now, let's start to get into the breath. Let's start to intentionally slow every single exhale. And during this time, during the next 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to have you guys fight for stillness in the body. Body's going to want to move. Going to want to let go of stress and tension. So if you feel the urge to scratch or itch, or lift a shoulder, or turn your neck, try and kind of fight that urge. And while you fight that urge, notice what happens to the stick. Notice the tension that gets held between the front four teeth. Use the breath to let go of tension around the skull, around the shoulders, and around the rib cage. When we start to slow down the number of breaths we take per minute, we start to engage in alpha brain waves. And I want you guys to connect with your brain waves through the wave pattern. Try to think of your breath as a wave and try to feel the spinal wave that comes with your breath. So if you feel yourself sort of floating and slowly kind of moving, almost like your spine is a little buoyant, this is a good thing. When we inhale, we have a slight tilt forward with our pelvis through the breath, through the expansion of the breath. The belly opens up, the pelvis tilts a little bit forward. When we exhale, the pelvis slightly tucks, so our tailbone kind of comes down a little bit. Our abdomen, lower abdomen, comes kind of up and in. I invite you now to swallow. Notice your breathing. Is it rapid? Is it hard? Is it shallow? Or are you able to breathe light? Are you able to control the speed of air? And are you able to breathe deep, not just in the belly and in the pelvis, but deep into the back of the face? Continue to allow your exhales to extend and also use your exhales to let go of tension. Find stillness in the breath. As we progress this meditation, allow yourself to become the observer, not hold on to any pain, any tension, any manifestations of that. Just witness. At this moment, there is nowhere to go, nothing to do. Allow your inhales to fill your belly, expand through the back of your ribs, all the way up into the chest and clavicles. Let your exhales fall gently and deep. Go even deeper, longer with your exhales. Find the natural pause at the end of your breath and allow that pause to catapult your next inhale. About 8 or 9 minutes left. For this last section, I'd like you guys to start breathing out of your feet. Every exhale, I want you to feel the weight in the balls and the heels of your feet. Every inhale, I want you to bring energy into your crown. As you progress through these next 7 to 8 minutes, I want you to imagine this breath becomes light, starts to create an aura, kind of like a bubble that surrounds you. Allow it to become expansive through your exhales. Take in energy that surrounds the cosmic soup that you're standing in. Breathe it out and expand your energy as far as you like. Whether it fills 2 feet in all directions, 5 feet, whether it goes on for miles, allow it to build slowly. Allow it to expand. Every inhale, breathing into the crown, down the spine, all the way down to the feet. As you exhale, push the energy through the soul, expanding outward. Pay attention to the stick as you do this. Feel the strength in your legs. Feel the weight in your feet. If you have pain in the spine, make adjustments, essentially tucking your tailbone, bringing your rib cage a little bit back in space, allowing the crown of your head to pull up just gently and slightly. It comes back in space. When we accumulate saliva in the mouth, it's a sign of parasympathetic activation. So I invite you, as saliva starts to increase, to swallow just gently. every time you feel that, invite your brain. Well, excellent. All right, everybody can start to open your eyes, and you're actually welcome to sit down now. Yeah, get a good stretch in. So, we're gonna just check our measurements again. Usually, because we didn't do any carbon dioxide tolerance training, so the bolt score may not change. However, we did use the stick to let go of tension, and sometimes that can make adjustments in our heart rate, our nostrils, our bolt score. So we're going to check all of those again. So first is heart rate variability. See if any of that has changed. Notice just any difference. Is it easier to find our pulse? Is our pulse stronger? Is it actually harder to find? I've gone the opposite direction. All right, I'm going to count down from 3. When I say go, start counting the number of beats with 0. 3, 2, 1, go. Stop. Take that number, multiply it by 4. It went down. Let me know afterwards. Next is nostrils. If it went up, that's totally normal too. And then we'll check our bolt score afterwards. Counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale passively, pinch and pull your nose. Wait for the first sign to breathe. Dad. 25. 31, buddy. And 34 on to. Awesome. So when we use the stick with breathing like this, and we allow ourselves to get into deeper brainwave states, we're allowing the spine to decompress. When the spine decompresses, the breath kind of becomes easier just because the rib cage is not twisted from the spine. So our diaphragm can articulate a little bit better and pull our inhales into our body, allow our exhales to exit the body. I'd love to hear how you guys did during the meditation. If you have any comments, if you were able to get into a deeper brainwave state, what you felt. Yeah, please.
yeah, man. I was the here. You hear?
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
It was a moment where I forgot where I was, like where I was, who I am, everything. Like I was now here, and all is all I knew.
Yeah.
Good, good.
Completely disassociated from everything. That's
Yeah,
great.
that's it.
Yeah. Amazing. That's like kind of what I hope when I facilitate a meditation like this is for you to allow yourself to just be nothing for a moment. Yeah. It's sort of it's a similar to a Zen state where you're not something or nothing. You're just being. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Any other comments or
I was just swaying. I
yeah.
felt I
So
was
that's
slowly, which put a little pressure on my thighs to like
okay.
control it,
Yep. Yep.
So then my thighs started shaking, and then I relaxed into my knees, and then yeah, so there was a little
Yeah. It
self
gets
awareness.
lower. The pressure gets lower and the sway is actually kind of what we want. That's what I was talking about with like the spinal wave. Like when we start to
Yeah,
connect our breath to our spine in cranial sacral work, if you've ever had the chance to do that, like you go do a meditate, it's not a meditation, but you go get like kind of a massage. The person puts their hand on the back of your skull and then your tailbone and basically just sit there for like think it's like 50 to 60 minutes, and your spine starts to get into deeper waves. And this wave is like, there's like three different stages. There's one that starts at about 20 minutes or so, one that's like a 40 minute, and then the other one's like 60. And they get deeper and longer. Like like one wavelength is 50 minutes, whereas the other ones, they're like multiple uh, per section. But yeah, yeah,
I
cool.
also, as I was getting deeper in breathing and stuff, my arms started floating,
I noticed that.
literally
That is,
moving. They didn't go all the way. I got a little nervous. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, I got to about like this. They
yeah,
just moved on their own. I just was like, what the hell is the deeper breaths I took? It just kept going like this. So that was
yep,
weird.
yeah, yeah. I noticed that too.
Is that like being in the water when you inhale, you go up, and then when you exhale, you go down, you sink?
So you started to become like truly buoyant with the air around you and
Yep.
like feeling that pressure.
Yep.
That's yeah, well done. Next time you feel like you get that feeling, you're like, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let yourself go. You
Yeah.
want that you
I
that's
did. I did.
okay.
I was letting myself go.
Nice.
But there was a lot going on.
Yeah, for sure. Kyle, anything to kind of
Similar to your dad, I also felt the swaying a bit, especially having my eyes closed. Really tried to think about like on the inhale, breathing, like, extending my neck, extending my crown, and then almost just like really like sensing my feet on the exhale. I Today's been a not good day for me, anxiety wise. So I felt the urge to kind of move and do that. So that was the one conscious thing I was trying to do, is just to not, I always kind of moving my shoulders or, oh, click there, click there,
yep.
get those. Uh, but just trying to instead breathe into those areas and just extend my spine, which was challenging, but was relaxing.
Nice. Did you get any like pops and cracks just through the breath at all or in the spine
I
or?
did. I got one in
Yeah.
my lower back.
Awesome. So yeah, the spine, when we do that, it'll like adjust itself. It's like the tiny subluxations, which are like the spine's kind of like this, but it like it can go like this, it can go like this, it can kind of get like crunched up in and of itself. And in those spaces, when it does that, like the tissues can trap oxygen or carbon dioxide. And then when we release them, we hear pops and cracks. And that's what we want as opposed to like forcing a pop and crack. We'd rather let the biochemistry of the breath, like the exhales and the carbon dioxide, do that work rather than try and like almost teach our nervous system, hey, I got this. I'll take care of this. Like, no, let the body's innate intelligence figure that out and do it on its own. And it's really like resisting the urge to do that is what's going to allow the breath to settle and do that work. So
Yeah.
great job, man. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I find that working through the posture, just making sure that my posture is right and trying to use the inhales and the exhales to elongate my spine. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to kind of feel like I'm really kind of stretching upward with my breath. But yeah, as you kind of let that stuff go, that stuff does pop naturally. I do a lot of like back cracking and knuckle cracking, and
Yeah.
it's nice when you get really deep into it and you just kind of move around, and whatever needs to pop and crack we'll do so. And
Yep. And it's usually why the tissue becomes so dense is because we're potentially either over breathing or under breathing or rapidly breathing, or there's tension within the breath. So it's through the breath and the relaxation and carbon dioxide that we can just kind of let those things go. And then we're not holding tension the rest of the day. Is anybody else's jaw like a little bit more relaxed after this too? Sometimes that happens, sometimes not. For me, it's a big thing because I tend to hold tension when I go through like these meditations on the stick itself, and I find like I'm actually clenching the stick sometimes unconsciously, and then I'll remind myself to kind of let it go. But it's a good feedback tool. I just wanted to mention that. Yeah. All right, guys, that's kind of the end of it today. Thank you so much for coming in, everybody. I appreciate you guys.
And the little saying that you used is nothing to do, nowhere to go.
What did I say?
You said, I gave it to you reverse.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
It's nothing to do, nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. Yeah, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Yeah, that's a
Just
good one.
keep that in your brain. So, yep.
Okay. All right, guys.
Thanks,
I'm
Coleman.
gonna do
Bye,
this twice a month. So not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. We're gonna do another one. So hop in and we'll get another good meditation going.
Can we have a popsicle and eat that to get used to the popsicle stick?
Sure.
That's what I did. That was the only way I could get it.
Awesome.
I'm still getting used to the stick too. And hey, Tony, I knew I recognized that voice.
All right. Thanks, Coleman.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Have
Thanks,
a nice
man.
day.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for that.
Yep. Bye.